Good morning everyone. Today in this video we are going to discuss the chapter circles. First of all, we'll discuss all the different terms which are related to the circles. Then we'll move on to the questions. So first of all, understand about the circle. This is a representation of a circle. The center point represents the center of the circle. The distance between the center to the circumference of the circle, this distance is known as radius. The perimeter, instead of calling the perimeter of the circle, we are giving it a different name, which is circumference of a circle. So circumference and perimeter is the same thing. So circumference means this distance. This is called as circumference. The distance between center to the circumference is fixed in all the directions. This is also radius, this is also radius, this is also radius. So the distance from center to the circumference is known as radius. The twice of radius is known as diameter. This is radius from here to here, this is also radius from here to here. The total line segment is known as diameter. So from here we are getting the first important relation related to the circles, which is the diameter is equal to twice of radius. It's very important to learn. Diameter is equal to twice of radius. Or we can write down radius is equal to half of diameter. Both are important. And it is actually the same thing. Either you can write down radius is equal to half of diameter, or diameter is equal to twice of radius. Now let us understand about the next terms, which are, first of all I am going to discuss about a term which is called as chord. Chord. Now what is chord? Chord is a line segment inside a circle. So diameter is also a chord. It is also a line segment inside the circle. So any line segment with its end points on the two sides of the circumference of the circle, it is known as the chord. Its end points are on the circumference of the circle. It's called as chord. The diameter is the biggest chord inside a circle. We cannot draw a chord which is having more length than that of diameter. Now if we draw a chord, this chord has divided the circle into two parts. You can see the smaller part, it is known as minor segment. It will be called as minor segment. So segment can be thought of as an area which is bounded by a chord and a circumference. The bigger part will be called as major segment. The smaller part is called minor segment and the bigger part is called major segment. Clear? Now let us understand about the sector. A sector is like this. You can take it to be the radius O. From the two sides it is bounded by the radius, and the third side it is bounded by a part of circumference. And this part of circumference is called as arc. The smaller part of circumference will be called as minor arc, and the bigger part of circumference will be called as major arc. This part, the bigger part of the circumference will be called as major arc, and this smaller part of the circle, or the circumference I should say, circumference is called as minor arc. Now this is sector. The region which is bounded by, from the two sides bounded by radius, and the third side it is bounded by the minor arc or major arc, it will be called as a sector. So since it is bounded by the smaller arc, minor arc, this sector will be called as minor sector. And the remaining portion which is bounded again by the two sides of radius and the third side by the major arc will be called as the major sector. So here we should not be getting confused that chord and the arc makes a segment and the radius with the arc makes a sector. This is called as segment, this is called as sector. Smaller area, minor segment, bigger area, major segment. Smaller area, minor sector, bigger area, major sector. Now we'll understand about the two new terms for class 6, which is tangent and sector. Tangent. A tangent is a line which touches the circle externally at only one point. Tangent is a line which touches the circle at only one point. Let it be B. This will be called as a tangent. Then we have the another word which is secant. This is tangent because it touches the circle at only one point. This is secant. Now what is the secant? Secant is a line which touches the circle or which cuts the circle at 2 points. At this point A and at this point B. So this particular line will be called as secant. It is touching the circle at 2 points. Cutting the circle at 2 points. It is only touching the circle at externally at 1 point. It will be called as tangent and this is called as secant. So these were the terms that we have to understand for this chapter. Now let us see some of the questions related to it. There will be simply a diagram given like this. Let it be A, B, C. From here we can draw with center O, Q, L. Okay. Now there will be different questions related to this. That what is PA? PA is a tangent to the circle. Then BC is a secant to the circle. QL, it is the diameter of the circle. And OL, it is the radius of the circle. So this will be coming in the form of Phillips. OL, radius. Then QL, diameter. Then BC, secant. And what about PA? PA is a tangent. PA is a tangent. Alright? Then, what about, let it be R. So what about BRC? BRC. If you look at BRC, it is forming a part of the circumference. It is forming a part of the circumference and a smaller part of the circumference. So we have to write down. This is the symbol of the arc. So BRC is a minor arc. Okay? BRC is a minor arc. If it will be asking about, it will be S. If it will ask about BSC. BSC. This is major arc. BSC is major arc. Okay, so this will be one of the kind of the questions that will be given in the examination. Then let us discuss one more kind of question that can come in the examination is about the points. Where are the points? Whether it is inside the circle, so we'll call it by the name interior. If it is outside the circle, we'll call it by the name exterior point. And if it is on the circumference of the circle, we'll call it by that the point is on the circle. So let us see the diagram. There will be simply a diagram like this, A, B, C, O. So we have to write down about the points. A is an interior point because it is inside the circle. So we have to write down that A is an interior point. Then about B, point B is on the circle. See, here it is on the circumference, no? Marked on the circumference. So we can write down B is on the circle. And C is outside the circle, so C is an exterior point. So there are three words here for the position of the points: interior of the circle, on the circle, exterior of the circle. So I also hope that we have understood this question now. Now let us move to the next kind of question where you have to construct a circle. The question would be, draw a circle of diameter 6.6 centimeter. So here you have to use the first formula that I have given. diameter is equal to twice of radius, or radius is equal to half of diameter. So for drawing a circle, we need the radius. Okay. So we'll find out the radius. Radius will be equal to half of diameter, and diameter is 6.6. We'll cancel it. 3.3. So we're getting the radius to be 3.3 centimeter. Now we have to draw a circle of 3.3 centimeter. So at first, we are going to draw a line segment of 3.3 centimeter by using the scale. You draw a line segment, let it be OA of 3.3 centimeter. Then take your compass, keep the sharp end at point O. We'll keep the sharp end at point O from here. Sharp end at point O, and the other end where you are holding the pencil at point A, and then draw. And then draw. Okay. So the circle that we will be getting will have the radius of 3.3 centimeter and its diameter will be 6.6 centimeter. So for your class, we will be having this sort of questions given in the examination, where either the construction of the circle will be given, or the diameter will be given and the question will be to find out the radius, or the radius will be given and you have to find out the diameter. Like if the radius is given to be 12 centimeter, the question will be to find out the diameter. So we can use the formula, the diameter is equal to twice of radius. In place of radius, you can put 12 centimeter. So 2 into 12, you will get it to be 24 centimeter. So revise the chapter properly at home. Okay. Thank you for watching the video.